Bournemouth are in serious trouble already. In their last 3 games, they have conceded a total of 16 goals, leaving them 17th place in the Premier League. And on top of that, they announced the sacking of Scott Parker yesterday, which in my opinion is exceptionally harsh. So today, we make it our mission to take Bournemouth from 17th place in the Premier League to becoming Champions League winners. And we begin this rebuild with just over 10 million in the bank. Now, to be honest, this isn't the worst team on paper. Obviously, you got the likes of Solanke, you got Christie, you got the middle 3, which are actually pretty decent. And as you can see, I have included the new transfers like Neto and Senesi and a couple of others, which I'll show you in just a moment. But considering how they're doing in real life, looking at this team on paper, it's actually pretty decent. I was fully expecting coming to this rebuild and having so much work to do in the first season, but honestly, there isn't much we need to improve in order to survive. It's safe to say we made quite a few big moves in that transfer window. Firstly, we sent out Jadon Anthony, Morgan Rogers and Jordan Zamora all out on loan. And we finished this transfer window off by bringing in English fullback Luke Thomas for 13 million. And this is how the team looks going into our very first season of this rebuild and our first season in the Premier League. Now, call me crazy, but I'm sticking with that back 4 and I've got a bit of faith in them to keep us in the Premier League for at least this season. The front 3, I've got a feeling they'll do pretty well this season. Cantwell, Christie and Solanke, they've got decent potential, so I'm going to put a bit of faith in them improving quite well. As for the middle 3, Lerma's already gone up to 76 rated. Billing's already gone up 1. I think I could be wrong in saying that. And Cook's just stayed stagnant. But at the time being, I'm not expecting any growth from anybody in this starting 11. By the end of this season, however, though, I do want to see a lot of improvement. And by the end of this season, I'd love a respectable finish. Something like 15th or maybe even 14th. Okay, this isn't exactly going to plan. We are halfway through the season in the Premier League and we are basically in the relegation zone. We are 1 point from getting out of the relegation zone, don't get me wrong, but we are 18th place and I do not like where this is heading in the slightest. Definitely need to switch things up in the next half of this season. And in that transfer window, we sent out Emiliano Marcondes and Mark Travers out on loan. Not before bringing in centre midfielder Abdoulaye Doucouré for 14 million. And this is now how the team looks going into the second half of this season. And I'm slightly concerned considering the fact that we're in the bottom freaking 3 at the midway point in this season. I mean, when you take a look at the team, I can see that there's some weaknesses in this team. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't deserve to be in the bottom 3. I'm just hoping that in the next half of this season we find a little bit of fun where we can turn this season around for ourselves. Otherwise, this might be the first rebuild where we get relegated. Considering at the midway point in this season we're in the bottom 3, we have transformed in the second half of this season, finishing in a very goddamn good position, 13th place. We're surrounded by good company as well. Got the likes of Leeds, Everton, Leicester City. And in the bottom 3 this time it was Fulham, Southampton and Brentford. And topping the table this year, once again it was Manchester City with 84 points, closely followed by second place Liverpool with 83 points. Then it was United 3rd, Arsenal 4th, Villa 5th, Chelsea 6th place, Spurs 7th and West Ham 8th. Nope, Leicester won the Carabao Cup, RCD Espanyol won the Conference League, West Ham won the Europa League and PSG won the Champions League. All things considered, the stats from our front 3 this season aren't all that bad. You got Brooks with 17 and 5, you got Solanke with 16 and 7 and Cantwell with 16 and 8. It's a shame Cantwell's on loan to us from Norwich. He will be going back in the next season, so hopefully by that time we'll either have Rodgers ready to come back into that starting 11 or we'll have somebody already in the team ready to fill in his shoes. But let's be honest, the first half of this season was a complete write-off. The second half, somehow we transformed into a completely different team, finishing 13th, and I think season 2 might be a little bit easy because obviously the team's grown throughout the entirety of this season and hopefully we can keep introducing quality into the team, which will then improve the team even more. Unsurprisingly, we've only been given just a little bit more money than last season to work with. This season we are working with just over 13 million. For this season, Christie is going to be our left winger. We're converting him to that left winger role as we speak, and that will be our front 3 for this season. What I want to do is focus on this back 4. Senesi and Thomas are absolutely fine. It's just Kelly. To be fair, Kelly's only 23 years old, so I might keep him as well. I might put all of our focus on bringing in a brand new right back. We've definitely strengthened the team in that transfer window. We once again sent out Emiliano Marcondes out on loan. Not before bringing in Spanish fullback Sergio Roberto for just over 14 million. And on top of that, we brought in German centre-back Thilo Kehrer for 17.4 million. And that leaves the team looking like this going into our second season in this rebuild. And it looks so much better, doesn't it? I mean, when you take a look at that back four, for example, Thomas, Kehrer, Senesi and Roberto, they're all pretty decent, they're all solid, and I'd actually say it's probably the strongest part of this team now. The midfield three of Decore, Lerma and Billing looks decent. The front three, Brooks, Solanke and Christie looks alright. Christie, I would like a better winger if I'm being honest, but Christie will definitely do for this season at least. As long as when we get to the midway point this season we aren't in the bottom three, I'll be happy. This is not what I expected, however, it is certainly welcome. We are halfway through the season in season 2, and we are inside the top 10. Whether we can stay in the top 10 by the end of the season is a different story. However, this time last season, we were in the bottom 3, so we have dramatically improved. And this is how the team that's going into the second half of season 2. We didn't do anything in that transfer window because we completely broke our bank in the first transfer window of this season. I've got a really bad habit of doing that. But this team, just look at it. Thomas, Kehrer, Senesi, Roberto, all 80 rated and above almost. One player in the midfield really caught my eye, Abdoulaye Decore. I did not expect him to grow as well as he has. 82 rated, and he's by a mile one of the most important players in this team. But this team, man, in the space of 1 year, we have transformed it. I'm actually quite looking forward to seeing where we finish at the end of the season now. So we have reached the end of season 2 and we haven't exactly got top 10. I'm not too fussed about it because considering where we were last season, this is just a huge step in the right direction and I could not be happier with how we finished. Liverpool did top the table with 94 points, pretty much destroying the Premier League this year. Chelsea finished second, 10 points behind them. Then Manchester City with 14 points behind them. Then Spurs with 6 points behind them, and so on and so on. And this time it was Burnley, Nottingham Forest and Preston who got relegated. And you guys thought I didn't see it, did you? Oh my god. Arsenal 14th place and we finished 11th. Chelsea won the FA Cup. Palace beat Spurs to win the Carabao Cup. I mean, I shouldn't really be surprised. They are the bottle jobs after all. Leicester won the Conference League, and you wonder why I call them the bottle jobs. PSG won the Super Cup, and Manchester City won the Champions League. Dominic Solanke, I can see this guy being pretty decent for us for the next 2 or 3 seasons to come. I'm not getting rid of him. He is staying exactly where he is. He's growing very well, and consistently he's bagging goals, so there's no reason for me to get rid of him. Brooks as well, 84 rated at 25 years old. Definitely going to be the end game player, ain't he? Corey's been amazing for us with 9 goals, 5 assists from the centre midfielder position, 82 rated as well at 30 years old. Can't ask for much more, can I? I'm hoping that next season we get a little bit more money than just 13 million because we definitely need more money to bring in the quality we need to progress even further. This season we begin with just over 20 million. We have got Rodgers back into the starting 11 from his loan move for 2 years. He's gone up to 74 rated and I'm making sure he gets the game time he needs because I'm telling you now, he will be an end game player. I think I'm going to focus spending most of the money that we've got on the budget on this midfield trio. Decore is going nowhere. It'll be Lerma and Billing that bite the bullet, I think, because obviously the back four look very goddamn solid. It's just this midfield three that I think lets us down a little bit, and that's where I think the piece of the puzzle will be solved in getting into the top 10. We did absolutely insane in that transfer window. We sold Adam Smith for 3.8 million. We sold Jefferson Lerma for 13.4 million. We sold Chris Metham for just over 7 million. We also sold Philip Billing for 13.4 million. We loaned out Jamal Lowe, and we also sold Ryan Christie for 10 million. But we brought in Isco on a free. And the big one, we brought in Conor Gallagher for 40 million. And after that monstrosity of a transfer window, this is how we got the team lining up for season 3. And take a look at that team. From season 1 to season 3 right now, that team has just transformed into an absolute monster. I know that Rodgers is miles behind everybody else in terms of overall and rating, but by the end of this season, I bet you any money now that won't be the case. The next position we'll most likely want to improve is bringing in another centre-back for Kehrer. Obviously, Kehrer 79 rated, he's very goddamn good. However, if we want to progress, we have to improve the team no matter what. But I actually think this team is genuinely in contention for a top 10 finish this time. So we have arrived at the midway point this season. I am slightly disappointed with how we're doing. I feel like with the team that we've created, we surely should be in the top 10 at the midway point. But then again, we are with the likes of United and Chelsea, so it is a little bit of a wacky season, especially when you consider the fact that Spurs are freaking second. And in that transfer window, we brought in the French giant 6'4" Benoit Badiashile for 29.3 million. And that leaves the team looking like this going into the second half of this season, and I fully believe that we can turn this season around and maybe even get a top 8 position. I wouldn't be forced if we didn't. A top 10 position would be fine, but I don't want to finish in the bottom half. We are slowly but surely improving our final position at the end of each season. The first season, I think it was 13th. Last season, I think it was 11th. And this season, we are inside not only the top 10, the top 8. And I'm freaking buzzing with this. I'm telling you now, though, if the board don't give us more than 30 million next season, I'm going to personally get a train ticket, go to Bournemouth, and kick the shit out of the board of directors myself. This year, Manchester City won the Premier League 86 points. They were 9 points clear of Liverpool, who finished second. Third place were Arsenal, then fourth Spurs. Chelsea, what are you playing at? Then at the bottom of the table, it was Fulham, Sheffield United, and Palace. However, Chelsea won the FA Cup, United won the Carabao Cup, Atalanta won the Conference League, Juve won the Europa League, City won the Super Cup, and this time it was Dortmund who won the Champions League. And this is why I'm not getting rid of Solanke 2 seasons back to back, more than 20 goals a season. I'd be freaking stupid to sell him, honest to God. Then we got Brooks, 17 goals, 6 assists, 86 rated at 26 years old. For whatever reason, Emiliano Marcondes, 11 goals, 2 assists. I swear to God, why has he been playing more than Isco? Hang on, Isco's played 32 games and only got 3 assists. What the... What? I'm actually gobsmacked at that. Freaking hell. Conor Gallagher did well with 10 and 10, 84 rated now. Morgan Rogers, I'm telling you, give him 2 more seasons, he's going to become world class. But this season, not only did we finish top 10, we finished inside the top 8. And hopefully next season, we can finally get inside that top 6. How much do you reckon a ticket to Bournemouth would cost me? Our main priority this season is making sure the defence is absolutely solid, which is why I'm probably going to end up selling Sergio Roberto. He's 32 years old. Can't see him getting any better, and he's probably going to decrease as the season progresses as well. I'm going to keep Neto for 1 more season. Keepers seem to keep their overall for a little bit longer than outfield players. And I don't know why, but I've got a feeling that even though Isco's 32 years old, he'll creep up just 1 more overall. I'm not too sure why, I've just got this inkling. I know I've literally just said Sergio Roberto won't go up, he'll probably decrease. I know, but just trust me. We made some massive moves in that transfer window. We firstly sold Sergio Roberto for 26 million. We then sold Joe Rothwell for 3.5 million. We then sold Isco for 32.5 million. We brought in Kevin Trapp for 7.5 million. We brought in Aaron Wan-Bissaka for 31 million. And the biggest signing for us so far in this rebuild, we brought in Spanish central midfielder Oscar for 50 million. And this is currently how the team is looking going into this season in the Premier League. Now, I'm confident now that we can actually get European football with this team. We've smoked all the weaknesses. We've improved the team in every single position. Rodgers will definitely be one of the highest rated players by the end of this season. I've got no doubt in my mind about that. Our midfield 3 is solid. Our defence is solid. The keeper is solid. The strikers are solid. The wings are solid. We are ready for Europe. I'm telling you that for nothing. Okay, this is looking promising. This is looking very, very promising indeed. We're halfway through the season and we are comfortably in the top 6. We are 6 points clear of Leicester City at this moment in time. We're 6th place. I can't lie to you either. With how I think the team looks right now, with all the improvements, we have surely got a bag top 4. And this is how the team's looking after that transfer window has come to a close. Once again, we blew all of our money in the first transfer window, leaving us with absolutely nothing to do in the second transfer window. But like I said to you guys, look at this team. Look at how much Rodgers has improved already. By the end of this season, he's probably going to be about 85, 86 rated. And you guys wonder why I'm so confident we can get top 4. Look at how good this team has become in only the space of 4 seasons. Finally, we are freaking done it. We are in the top 4 at the end of this season, and in fairness, really 4 points from winning the entire damn thing. Manchester United won the league with 84 points, then Chelsea finished second with 81 points. Then it was ourselves with 80 points, third in the league. Liverpool were 10 points behind us, so were Everton. Spurs were 11 points behind us. Arsenal finished 10th. I absolutely love this rebuild so far. And unfortunately, it was Reading, Swansea City and Brentford who got relegated. We also went on to win the FA Cup as well, getting our first piece of silverware. It's about goddamn time as well. Liverpool won the Carabao Cup. Benfica won the Conference League in what turned out to be a very good final. Wolves won the Europa League. Juve won the Super Cup. And this time it was Bayern Munich who won the Champions League. Man, what a season we have had this time. Morgan Rogers, 84 rated, 26 goals, 8 assists. Solanke yet again with another 20 goals plus to his freaking tally. Honest to God, I'm taking this guy to the Champions League final. I do not care. David Brooks, 88 rated now, 17 goals, 15 assists. Abdoulaye Doucouré, 15 goals, 3 assists. This guy, man. What a freaking player he's turned out to be. Next season, we have surely got to have money being literally thrown at us for how well we've done this season. Otherwise, I don't know what else to do to get more money. So after finishing third, getting into a top 4 position in the Premier League for the very first time, winning the FA Cup, we have only been given 70 million. Bournemouth, you are stingy. One thing we have to do in this transfer window is bring in another keeper. Whether we sell Trap or not, it's a different story. I'm not too sure. I don't really want to because he's 85 rated. However, like Neto was last season, he is going to dwindle in overall. That's why we need a new keeper. And it's for that reason I'm very tempted to get rid of Decore and cash in on him because he's 32 years old himself, and outfield players at that age do tend to decrease very, very quickly in overall. I don't want to, but I think we need to. And in that transfer window, we made 2 huge signings. First of all, we did sell Kevin Trapp for 6.7 million. We then brought in centre-back Luis Felipe for 30 million. And we brought in Spanish goalkeeper Alex Ramiro for 31 million. And that leaves the team looking like this going into our very first season in the Champions League. Man, this team has come on leaps and bounds in like, what, 2 or 3 seasons? Like, where's there a weakness in this team? Please point it out to me. Obviously, the subs bench could be a little bit better, but that's for another time. But right now, the starting 11 is absolutely tremendous, and I can't wait to see how we do this season. Plus, this season, we are in the Champions League, like I've just said to you guys, and we are in Group E, joined by Juventus, RB Salzburg, and Young Boys. Now, Juve have got to be the favourites to go through. Salzburg aren't exactly a pushover themselves. Neither are Young Boys, so second spot is all up for grabs. Well, in a shocking turn of events, we topped the table with 13 points. Salzburg finished second with 11 points. Juve finished third, and then Young Boys finished bottom. The fact that Juve didn't even make it to the round of 16 is crazy. That's one less big team we need to worry about. We are in the round of 16, and our opponent is Villarreal. Surely to God, we've got to beat them with the team we've got. And in the Premier League, I swear on my life, we were in the exact same position this time last season. We're 5th place, and we're quite comfortably in the top 6 as well. In my head, though, I'm thinking we can definitely get another top 4 finish for the end of this season. And in that transfer window, we only brought one player, and that was Filip Kostic, and he cost us 20.5 million. And this is how the team looks going into the knockout stages of the Champions League, and it looks really goddamn good. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. We've got a good chance of getting quite far in this competition. Our front 3 are nothing short of brilliant. Our middle 3, Jesus Christ, that is strong. Our back 4 is ridiculous. Our goalkeeper's good. There's no reason why we can't do well. I think this is the first time we've come up against Villarreal in any stage of the Champions League. Their team looks pretty decent. They've got Meisel, they've got Simakan, Christensen, Parejo, who has got to be about 40 at this point. Christ. Zaniolo, Correa, Duarte. It's a decent team, but surely to God we've got to wipe the floor with them. Come on. Bournemouth, don't let me down here, guys. For the love of all that's... There we go. Solanke. And who else? Oh, Solanke again with the 2 goals. Getting us that advantage going into the second leg. 2-0 up. Second leg. We're against Villarreal at home. I mean, surely to God, we've got to finish this off and book our place in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Bournemouth, don't let me down. They didn't in the end. It was 2-2 on the night, 4-2 overall. We knock out Villarreal and book our place in the quarters quite comfortably as well. Now this is going to be our real test. We are up against Real Madrid in the freaking quarterfinals, aren't we? And their team, Jesus Christ. Okay, I didn't see him before. They've got Haaland. They have got Haaland as their striker in that false 9. They've got Vinny and Rodrigo as their wingers. Silva, De Bruyne, Guimaraes, Mendy, Laporte, Militao, Tomiyasu, and Courtois in goal. Our team's good, don't get me wrong, but I don't quite think it's on Madrid's level at this moment in time. On top of that, we've got Luis Felipe out. He is suspended for this game, meaning Senesi will more than likely take his spot in this game. So without further ado, let's see what we can do. I mean, it's not exactly looking good. Oh, okay. I mean, Brooks in the 14th. Haaland, of course it would be, in the 31st. Laporte in the 74th. Decore in the 83rd. What an absolute sex machine he is. And we are going into the second leg of this competition in the quarterfinals against Madrid, all tied up. I mean, you never quite know what can happen in football, man. You never quite know. I'm not ruling us out, but it's not exactly going in our favour. The only good thing about this game is the fact that Haaland's out to the starting 11 for whatever reason, and Benzema's taking his place. It looks like Rudiger's taking Adair Militao's place as well, but apart from that, that team remains the same. So without further ado, we're going to get into this game, and hopefully the boys in red can pick up. Oh my God, we've just knocked out Real Madrid. 4-3 overall. 2-1, Solanke again. What an absolute dream he's been since the freaking start of this rebuild to now. Somehow we've knocked out Madrid and we are into the semis. And in the semi-finals, the last opponent that stands in our way again to the Champions League final is into freaking Milan, man, for goodness sake. I mean, their team, it looks pretty decent. For whatever reason, they got McTominay on the right-hand side of the pitch. They got Milinkovic-Savic, they got Solier, they got Martinez, Talisca, Marquis, Morato, Vivian, Galassi, who's got to be old at this point. It's a good team, don't get me wrong, but I think ours is miles better. So without further ado, let's get into this game and hope that we can take... Oh, really? Away from home at the San Siro, 1 apiece on aggregate, Inter Milan, Bournemouth. It all comes down to this. They've still got McTominay on the right-hand side of the pitch, and I can't freaking believe we drew with McTominay on the right-hand side of the freaking pitch. But it is what it is. We aren't going to beat around the bush. We're going to get into this game and hope that we can pull off. And come on, Bournemouth! We are in the Champions League final with Bournemouth. We beat them 2-1 on the night, 3-2 overall, and somehow we are in the Champions League final against all odds. And on the 30th of May 2026, it will be Bournemouth versus PSG in the Champions League final. Now, this sentence I'm about to say, I've said many, many times at this part of the video. That is genuinely one sentence I never thought I'd say. But before we get into the game, let's see how we've done elsewhere this season. Well, we fell off this season, didn't we? Freaking Christ above. Okay, we didn't even get in the top 6. Manchester United beat us on goal difference to get there. Chelsea won the freaking league by 9 points. Fair play to them. Manchester City was 2nd, Liverpool were 3rd. Spurs were 4th, also were 5th. Man United was 6th. We were 7th, and Wolverhampton Wanderers did finish 8th. That's a woeful performance in the Premier League, though. And Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, and Newcastle United all got relegated. We won the FA Community Shield. Man City won the FA Cup. We also went on to win the Carabao Cup. We're on for the treble. Leipzig won the Conference League. Nope. And somehow Wolves got the better of Bayern Munich to win the Super Cup. I swear, Dominic Solanke scored about 100 odd goals for me in this rebuild. Do me a favour, let me know how many goals this guy scored for me in this rebuild. I'd actually be dead intrigued to know. He's bagged at least 20 goals every single season. David Brooks with 21 and 9. We've got Oscar with 18 and 6. We've got Morgan Rogers 15 and 8. Decore, oh, he's gone down to 84, but do you know what? We're in the Champions League final. We've got to make sure we win it just to make sure that this guy gets his trophy. Man, what a ride it has been so far, and we come up against probably one of the weakest front threes I've ever seen PSG have in the Champions League final. Their front three consists of Jack Grealish, Mbappe, and for whatever reason, freaking Asensio. The middle three is decent, to be fair. Brozovic, Bellingham, and Benacar. They've got Diallo playing left back for whatever reason. They've got Koundé, Mengistu, Hakimi, and then, of course, Donnarumma in goal. It's definitely going to be intriguing to see how we get on against PSG, because the last couple of finals we've played against our opponents, we've absolutely slapped them about like it's no man's business. But it is time to see if we can slap PSG around as well. It's time to get into the final itself. It is AFC Bournemouth versus PSG at Sanderson Park in the Champions League final. 17th in the Premier League, conceding 16 goals in 3 games. We are now in the Champions League final against PSG with them. And better yet, 3 of their players from real life are actually in this team. Let's get the freaking W and finish this off for good, eh? Brooks is on the ball. Jesus Christ, what a run this is. Oh my God, what a ball. Solanke's through, come on. Finish this and make it 1-0 to us. Come on! Beautiful from Solanke. He does not miss. Beautiful run from Brooks. Beautiful ball from Brooks. Solanke, I thought I took it a little bit too far with him, but we went near post and it paid off. Jack Grealish is in behind. I don't like... I love it. Decore being closed down by Mbappe. Finds Brooks. Brooks has found Gallagher in behind. Oh my God, Gallagher could be on for it here. Gallagher's made it 2-0. And just like that, we're 2-0 up in the space of 20 minutes. What a ball. And what a freaking goal. Christ, Donnarumma's playing like shit today, isn't he? Brooks. Brooks, can we find... Oh my God, we're in for a third here. We're in for a third. We're in for... Oh. 22 minutes, guys. It has taken us 22 minutes this time to get 3 goals. I mean, what more can you do? Oh, that's a really nice bit of... yeah, fair play. That was a really good piece of work, that was. Like, there's nothing they could have done against that. Christ, 4 goals in the space of half an hour. What a game this is turning out to be for a neutral. Beautiful from bloody Morgan Rogers. Morgan... He goes outside to Decore. Decore, he's got a rocket on him. We're going to let rip. Oh, what a save from freaking Donnarumma that is. Oh, Luke Thomas. Anybody see that? Oh, Luke Thomas is so good. He's so fast. Oh, my God. He's run the entire length of the pitch here. Let's just make sure that he... Oh, Solanke. Oh, Solanke once again. And that is 4-1 in 40 minutes. Solanke, man, he's just too good. He is too goddamn good. And all that came from Luke Thomas. Like, he literally ran the entirety of that pitch, gave it to Solanke, and he took care of the rest. Mbappe is... Oh, Benacar's on the butt. No way, please. Thank you. I was going to say, if he gave a penalty for that, that would be the softest pen I've ever seen. Decore. Decore, he's... I tell you what, he's such a beast, Decore is. Can we find Brooks? Brooks, first time. First time. It is literally that easy. Like, should I end the video here or should I just finish the game off? I mean, that's the half-time whistle. And if I remember correctly, that's 5-1. I'm contemplating putting my controller down for maybe, let's say, until the 70th minute, just to see what PSG are actually capable of. Wan-Bissaka's on the ball. Brooks is pretty much on his own, to be honest. Like, there's nobody up with him. Tell you what, we're going to dink it in. Solanke. Oh, unlucky. Decore. Gathers. Oh, well, it did fall to him, but he just got absolutely battered in the air there. But we get it back with Oscar. Has found Gallagher. Gallagher's found Brooks. Well, he tried to anyway, but it got blocked. Luke Thomas against Messi. The Messiah. He's not the Messi we all know and love, though. He's going to do a 1-2 with Rogers. We're going to whip it in. It's absolutely nobody because I'm an absolute idiot. Wan-Bissaka's on the ball. He's found Brooks. Brooks going to come inside. Gallagher. Back to Brooks. Where are we going? What are we doing? Brooks. He's found Solanke. Solanke to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's cutting inside. Oh, no. Decore deserves it. Decore deserves it more than anybody on this pitch. Oh, what a goal. What? I was almost shooting that was going wide. I was literally daydreaming then, I must admit. I'm sorry, Bellingham is not beating Solanke in the air. Let's just take a look at this again. What? Why is my game lagging? Oh, that's a beautiful ball. I knew it. There we go. Brooks. Should we give Solanke his third? We do. And that is the game absolutely, without any shadow of a doubt, done and dusted. I mean, at this point, you've got to feel sorry for PSG. I mean, 6-2, Christ, they can never win the Champions League anyways. I mean, and then they play against Bournemouth, and they still can't. 88th minute, almost 89th minute, they got the ball into Mbappe, surely they got there. Oh, okay, fair enough. Head on that, get away, lovely stuff from Solanke. That has got to be the game dead and buried, hasn't it? 1 more minute to go. And we've absolutely destroyed PSG. Let's just whip this ball up. And there you have it. We have successfully completed our goal. We've completed the mission. We've completed the objective of this rebuild. We have completed it in very convincing fashion. We have made Bournemouth the best team in the world. And with 3 of the original players in the starting 11 by the end of the rebuild too. Man, that was a lot of fun, I have to admit. But that is where the video has come to an end. If you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. Smash the hell out of that subscribe button. If you are new around here, turn that notification bell so you never miss a video I upload. We are on the road to 6,000 subscribers. And the like goal for today's video is 250 likes. If we can hit that, that would be incredible. That's all from me. It's been your boy Good. I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing afternoon. Until next time, I'll see you later.